Hello and welcome to Get Into Games on Air, a podcast about board games and the people who play them. And boy, oh boy, there was some playing them this weekend. Joining me, my name's Craig. You know that. I've just said that. If you didn't know that, welcome for the first listen. This is an interesting introduction. Joining me, as always, is Becky.
Rebecca?
Yeah.
That sounds awful.
Like Toadfish from Neighbours.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm not down with that.
Good day.
You're going to have to start again. I didn't like that intro.
Well, okay. Hello and welcome to Get Into Games on Air, a podcast about board games and the people who play them. My name is Craig and joining me as always is Rebecca Louise Tree.
What? What?
All right, I'll try again. Hello everybody, welcome to Get Into Games on Air, a podcast about board games and the people who play them. Joining me as always is Becky. My name is Craig.
Thanks.
That was good, wasn't it?
That's all that was needed.
It was
really,
a good intro.
wasn't it? Just a simple Becky. You always have to overcomplicate it.
I like it.
Give out my maiden name.
And middle name.
Mash names together. Just go with a simple...
Social security number.
Simple Becky is fine.
National insurance number. Bank details.
I'll blame the tiredness.
It has been tiredness. It's because we had Airecon.
We did.
Airecon has just been and gone. It rhymes, so it must be true. It's gone for another year. That is another year down. Tick that one off the list of things that are done. Airecon, tick it off.
Wow.
It's another day closer to our eventual demise. Yeah.
Oh
so
my
that's the
God,
end of,
Greg.
that was Airecon. That was a good. And just in case people aren't aware,
they've all switched off by now.
Well, if people aren't aware of what Airecon is.
Yeah.
It is the process of removing heat from an enclosed space to achieve the more comfortable interior temperature, and in some cases, controlling the humidity of internal air. Air conditioning can be achieved by using a mechanical air conditioner or through methods such as passive cooling and ventilative cooling. Air conditioning is a member of the family of systems and techniques that provide heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. HVAC. Heat pumps are similar in many ways to air conditioners, but they use reverse valve, allowing them both to heat and cool in an enclosed space.
Stop. Don't think anybody that's tuned in wants to know about air conditioning.
They would have seen the title of this podcast episode being called Airecon.
And you thought they were drawn in by the fact that they wanted to know more about air conditioning and that you could do a whole podcast on air conditioning.
Oh, do you want me to? I've done the research.
No. There's a game and everything. Oh
yeah,
my God.
I know. It's called. Yeah, it's great. It's called Airecon Haven. It's a legacy campaign game where you open boxes and get different parts of your air conditioning units out.
Wow.
It's really good.
That's a very niche market for,
Yeah, we don't even have aircon in the UK. Mostly it's just open a window and boil to death.
Right. Anyway, back on track.
Okay.
Airecon
is
a board gaming convention.
Yes.
In Harrogate.
Yes.
In the convention centre. It's a very lovely convention. It's a very chill convention.
It's a convention for the gamers. Convention. It's the gamers convention. It's the play the game convention.
Yeah.
And it was nice, yeah. So we went up on the Friday after work.
Yeah.
You
don't have work.
When you finished work? I've got so much work. In fact, I'm paid in trees, I'll have you know. So
I think you're fine. I'm paid in trees.
How are you paid in trees when you're getting me to do the work for the tree?
Well, that's something to be debated as a later date, not for these lovely people.
Fine. They don't have to listen to us have a masturbate. Airecon, we went up. We went up on Friday.
We did go up on Friday.
At around 4:00 we left.
Yeah.
We started driving on the motorway.
We did. This is a great story so far.
And we stopped off at the service station that we always stop off at.
Oh my God, this was actually really funny.
It's very hilarious. If you do not laugh while you're driving your car,
it's not that funny.
Swerving in the streets, you will.
But we were driving along and there was a services and I said to Craig, shall we stop at these services? We had a look and we were like, no, let's just drive on to the next one. And I was like, well, we won't know what's at the next one. and we pulled into the next one. It just so happened that it's the one that we always stop at, but we didn't know it was the one that we always stopped at. And previously in the car, I'd said, "Where's the one that we usually stop at?" We didn't know what the name of it was, but ended up at it anyway.
No.
So that was quite a coincidence.
Always out in that.
Did enjoy that.
Getting a good old dinner in before heading the rest of the way, the shorter part of the journey.
Yeah.
That you drove. Always driving the shorter part of the journey, I've noticed.
Yeah, that's me. Getting away with shorter driving journeys.
Went past the views up in Yorkshire.
I always have to drive into the multi-storey car park and in the town centre. Like, you just get the motorway drive.
Yeah, because when you get up north,
they have towns.
Everything is a hill. Everything is uphill.
There's one bad hill.
Everything is uphill. You think you go up a hill, you think you're going to come down a hill, but you go up a hill again.
Right.
So, yeah. So
Craig doesn't do hills.
I don't do much.
Just like I can't take turns, Craig can't do hills.
Yeah, Craig can't take hills. I don't like hills. I've noticed Harrogate is all bumpy, lumpy, uphill, downhill. Sheffield's the same. Sheffield's just all uphill, downhill. I'm sorry if you live in those places.
So we drove there, got to our hotel, unpacked all the games that we'd brought with us onto the very quite small table, and it looked like we'd brought a myriad of games.
Oh, that's a word, isn't it? Myriad.
That's a word.
Becky's word of the day.
And then we stayed in the hotel while you popped to get the tickets, because we always find that's a good idea. Getting your tickets before you want to enter on the...
Yeah, so if you get your tickets on the Friday before or the Thursday, you can. We weren't there, but the Friday before you... because otherwise you have to queue for 14 years on the Saturday. So,
and we have seen people reporting that the queues were quite long on Friday.
There were reports.
There were news reports of massive queues.
Huge queues. And security guards going through
So we were pretty concerned that we might not get...
We were so scared. We thought
into the convention centre before 11 o'clock.
We thought we would get in the queue on the Saturday without our tickets, and by the time we get to the door, they'd turn us away because they've closed. We were that worried that it was going to be that busy that we would never get in.
Yeah, so best to get them on the Friday night.
That's it. It was.
Did you bump into anyone on the Friday?
Did I bump into anyone? No, because I looked with my eyes and made sure I didn't walk into anyone, because that would be rude and also stupid.
Okay, did you... let me rephrase my question. Did you see anybody when you were collecting your tickets that you said hello to or introduced yourself to?
I can't remember.
Oh,
no,
my goodness
I did.
me.
I saw Christopher. He was playing a game.
Christopher who? There's many Christophers.
Christopher. He doesn't need a surname.
No?
No. Christopher...
Neon Magpies other half?
No, I saw them. I saw the Neon Magpie and that Christopher. Nope.
There's loads of Christophers.
I saw Christopher, May's Christopher.
Oh.
He doesn't need a surname.
Old?
Yeah, that'd do. You just made a noise like you stubbed your toe. Ooh!
See, you can't just say Christopher, because we know loads of Christophers.
Yes. But it was good. It was a nice night. I just went around, skipped around, saw some people, and then went to bed.
Yeah, well, the problem is that we get a family room, isn't it? And the kids were very excited, but there were some arguments about beds, so we actually ended up in their beds that were like
very uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable. They ended up in the big bed, and
this is what people tuned in.
Nobody got any sleep. Really,
I couldn't talk about stopping at the services, but you could talk about where we slept.
Nobody got any sleep, really, did they? But
But then it was Saturday.
Yeah. Went for our massive breakfast.
Went to the old Premier Inn. So far, no board games. We are at precisely 9 minutes and 30 seconds in. Airecon so far has been get the ticket and get a full English.
We had actually played Jungle Hustle
on the bed
in the morning, because that just has to be done when we're away. That's just a party snail game that has to be played.
Yep.
The kids love it. So we went for a breakfast, Premier Inn breakfast. I could recommend.
Yep.
You can have all sorts.
You can eat. You can keep going back for more.
You can have a fried breakfast or cooked
fruit.
breakfast. A fruit cereal,
Oh,
toast,
oh yeah.
muffins, all sorts.
Pancakes.
So we fill up, so we
syrups,
don't have to eat so much
spreads,
at the convention
juices,
centre.
coffees, teas. Oh, living the dream.
Anyway, so we
like royalty.
Yeah. So we queued up.
We did.
In the very long queue that wasn't very long. So what time did it open? 9:30?
Yeah.
And I think I said to you about 9:15. Let's get down to the queues because,
Heaving.
don't want to be at the back.
Never get in. Never get in the place.
I mean, I think there must have been about 20 people in front of us. I don't think there was a huge queue.
No.
It was quite cold that day. The next day it was
nippy, wasn't it?
And then we got in at about 9:35.
Yeah.
Because there was not a huge queue, as was aforementioned.
No.
I thought the bag check-in was fairly good.
Seamless, it was.
I had heard some horror stories. Not horror stories, that's the wrong word. I mean,
no. Yeah.
I'd heard some stories
I heard a story, a man had a hatchet and he was like, "You don't come in here." And he was chasing me with a shotgun like a farmer. No,
I'd heard some stories that people were getting,
and there were some
multi-bag of crisps taken away,
big bottles of Coca-Cola, and other brands are available.
You were allowed to take in small amounts of snacks and drinks. I think people who were taking in 24 cans of Coke, that is a little bit excessive.
Yeah.
And the convention centre have to make their money. And I know it's expensive, but if you were going to go to at the theatre, or you were going to go to see a music show or a wrestling show, you'd have to pay for
food and drink. You couldn't bring Domino's in.
And it's the same, isn't it? So you expect to buy a coffee and
I think people at Airecon, because it is, as mentioned, it's the gamers convention, a lot of people do think, well, we can come in, we can pitch ourselves on this table and we never need to leave again if we bring our own entire fine dining experience with us. But I think that's just the thing. But it is what it is.
We managed to take some sweets and some individual packets of crisps and some chocolate bars and all of our water bottles.
Everything in moderation.
And it was fine. It was fine. Yeah. And they didn't seem too bothered about
it. But there certainly were some people having their board games checked, opening their big boxes of massive chunky boys, like your Gloomhaven sized boxes, getting them opened up just in case you were trying to smuggle in any contraband.
Anyway, it seemed to go quite smoothly, and it seemed to be much better than it had been the previous year, where you weren't allowed to take anything in.
Everything was set up better this year, I think.
Yeah, they had a more of a queuing system for getting in. I don't recall the barriers last year.
Well, they were tape last year. They weren't proper metal barriers.
So proper barriers. It was all a little bit more organised.
Yeah.
So we got in first. People I think I remember seeing was Heartborn Studios with flipping dinosaurs. They were one of the first people we saw.
Yeah, I mean they were down. We obviously went past Asmodee and all.
Yeah, but we sort of walked quite quickly, didn't we?
Cotswold Games and stuff like that.
We were making our way to Time Troopers, obviously.
We were making our way to Time Troopers,
so
obviously.
We sort of skipped all the other people.
We didn't skip. We walked. I walked. I'm a man. I'm a big butch manly man.
You would not be skipping.
I walked. I did not skip.
Okay. And bumped into them. It was lovely to see them.
Yes, it was. It was very cool.
They're very enthusiastic.
They were not wearing an inflatable dinosaur costume. I was upset.
No, but that's your job, isn't it?
That is true. That is my job. Next one. UKGE, inflatable dinosaurs.
And then I made a beeline for Time Troopers and Molinarius Games because we must say hello to them. And it was the first time that I'd actually seen the Becky card in real life.
Oh, yeah.
Because you'd seen it.
Yes.
At the Space Centre.
Yes.
But the day I went, Lee left it on the coffee table, so I couldn't see it. So I got to see the card in all its glory on the time. What's it called?
Time Gate.
The Time Gate that they had made 3D printed, which I think lots of people who've backed it. I think the first 200 people are getting one, which is quite cool. So you can pick out the the card that you like and have it on your time gate, which is cool. The big T-Rex.
Yeah.
Or Becky
will
be on it.
And sign it, and you can go up on the signed cards section of the house.
Will I? Can I?
No, I'm not having your signature in my... I'm not going to go, look at my selection of signatures.
Oh.
And I've got Genevieve O'Reilly and Alistair Petrie, and then you. I've got your signature on the wedding certificate, the marriage certificate. I'll just put that up, shall I?
I feel like another petition coming. Like, can Becky... I mean, I think that should be the hashtag on the podcast. Hashtag Becky should have her own place in the signed section of Craig's trading cards.
Okay, trading cards.
Or whatever they are.
Whatever they are. Cards. Game things.
I think that should be a thing.
Well, then you need to get another copy of the Becky card from Lee. He's listening. Ask him.
Yeah. Well, I just need a whole stack of them so I can be signing them. Maybe I could do that.
The John Cena thing. Yes.
I could just be signing my cards. And it could be like a promo.
Yeah, like people will queue for that.
That'd be amazing.
Everyone's going to queue for you signing.
I doubt it.
Hello, could you scribble on my piece of board game material that I want to use in my game? Yeah, sure.
On the back, maybe?
All right.
I don't know. There's definitely a thing. Anyway. So we did that.
I want to sign something.
And then I will talk about going back and playing it later. Then I think we saw No Drinks on the Table because they were quite near the entrance to the open gaming section. They were in quite prime position because you had to literally...
You'd always see them,
walk past them as you went into the trade hall and then walk past them as you were going out into the open gaming.
She was demoing Diva and Conquer.
No, it's not called Diva and Conquer.
Yeah.
You can't just... You've got to stop doing this. You cannot just make other names for people's games.
Pardon? I don't get it.
It's just not allowed.
I'm not entirely sure.
It's called Boutique Rival.
Yeah. Diva and Conquer.
I need to ask her some more questions because I'm not sure whether she sort of parked the bigger game because when I played it last, it was a bigger sort of...
It was a board game.
However, we played the 2-player version, so I'm not sure if it's an extra add-on or she's working on this before.
I think this is the newer version of it. This is the streamlined edition through playtesting. I think she said that this is what she's...
Because it is quite different to the original that I played at UKG last year.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was fun. Probably the theme isn't necessarily like one that draws me in because I'm not necessarily interested in fashion. But I like her and I like her game. So, I'm going to support that. But it was quite fun to play. Then we went and tasted some rum.
We did. The rum was good.
Oh
my day! Just my days. I don't think I've tasted rum as good as that. I mean, okay.
So it was called Villain's Rum.
It was called Villain's
Rum. And we
Rum.
tried a
caramelized pineapple.
Oh
yes. It was incredible.
I don't really like rum. Well, I don't drink a lot, to be fair, but
she's been on the day wine all day. I don't know what she's talking about.
You could really taste the pineapple. It had a really nice.
Yeah, it was
very palatable.
Yeah, I'm just going to order a bottle now.
So that was interesting. However, we did find out that Nick Togger have gone into administration, which is not good.
Yes.
From the guys at Villains.
Yeah. Don't use Get Into Games 10 on their website because their website doesn't exist.
Yeah. So we won't be.
I don't think it was anything to do with me.
Well, it all started when we became a sponsor. No. So that was interesting. But, maybe be working with them in the future, hopefully.
Maybe.
That'd be quite nice. And yes, definitely check out their rum. I believe they might be going to UKG.
I think they are, yeah.
But it's really nice stuff. They had lots of different flavours.
Absolutely.
Then we went and checked out Yakucho
Yokocho Alley.
which was it on the Friday as well, or just the Saturday?
I believe it was the Friday. Obviously, we weren't there, so we wouldn't know. But I believe it was.
So it's a little alley with all sort of indie publishers, which was just for people who just wanted to like have a table for the day.
Yeah, it's based on the Tokyo Games
Game
Market idea, where it's just small, very indie publishers. The Tokyo Games Market style games, which are very unique. Game. Our friends at Huff No More were there with Tricky Landing, which we've spoken about before, and Roller Disco and Sakana Stack and Flower Cards. So it's that very interesting, very different style of games. Travel Games was there as well, and they had some really cool games. They had a werewolf trick taking game, which was sounded very interesting to me. But it's a specific player count game, one of those things. But yeah, so they had
Butt Radio.
They had Butt Radio from the fantastic incident at the 2025 UKGE where someone sat on the radio, and there was a broadcast saying, "Can you please stop sitting on the radio?" essentially, which was great. Yeah, there are a lot of cool little games down that aisle.
Yeah, so you went and did a little bit of filming, a little bit of press stuff.
Yeah,
and the girls and I sat and sorted a whole lot of Lorcana cards into colours because Mark from Molinaris Games had gifted us some Lorcana cards, so that was really nice. So the girls had lots of fun sort of sorting out the colours, seeing which characters they had and having a play with that while we were waiting for you to finish up what you were doing.
Yeah, running around the place.
I always think, I don't know which of the 2 days I enjoy more. Saturday always seems very like busy, and it felt like on Saturday we were living two separate lives. I would take one child to somewhere and then come back, and then you would take another child somewhere and then come back, and we would do a bit of swapping, and then you'd go off, and then I'd look after the kids, and then I'd go off, and it was a bit like that on the Saturday.
I think what it is because we can't physically get there for the Friday. The Saturday starts with us finding our feet at UK Games Expo, where they're Thursday night for the press event. We get a glimpse of it. So we've seen stuff. We are there for the Friday, so we get a full day of that whole, okay, where is everything? What am I doing? Where do I go? And then by Saturday, you're like, right, I know where I'm going. I know the place. I know the layout. I know roughly what's happening Sunday. I think the fact
I'd argue I still didn't know on the Sunday where I was going at UKG.
I think
it was so big. But,
I mean, to be fair, Sunday I worked out where we were on UKG because they changed the layout of the thing. I was like, everyone go to the bus. But I think it's a right. Where are we going? What do we have to do? Things were so for the last 3 years, the actual layout of the vendor hall has been the same. You walk in the door, you bump into Hachette, then you've got Asmodee on the right hand side, and then you've got the other stuff, and then you go down. Whereas this time, Hachette were further back, and all the stores, so it just felt different, I think, and it took a little bit of time for your bearings to get ready.
I think also on the Saturday tends to be busier, so we tend to choose to find a space. Like most of the time we were in the green section, which was the hall just off of the trade hall where the bring and buy is, which seems to be the quieter hall. Like I think if you intend to do open gaming for the whole of Saturday, you usually go to the red hall, which is the one farthest away from the trade hall.
But it's the second entrance, the red hall.
So that tends to be quite busy. And then the blue hall there's more of like the clock tower and the games library and
the big games, the giant games, the Hereford
board games. So we tend
games.
to stay in, but then I always think that on a Saturday we tend to find a table and sit there for a considerable amount of time. So you don't want to lose your table because it is quite busy on the Saturday.
Yeah.
So we did sort of sit for a while. So we played Asmodee, where if you signed up to their newsletter. Oh my God, there were so many questions in this.
And they were
questionnaire.
fantastically answered.
You got a small pack of like promo things. So there was a promo for Monkey Palace. There was a promo for some other games that we don't have, and there was the Tacta
Promo deck,
that you could pick up. So we double. So we ended up playing Tacta promo and double. With the girls. Tacta, I love. I knew I liked it because I'd seen it at UKG, but we hadn't managed to pick up a copy.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, it's okay. In my head, I was like, it's okay, but we've got lots of card games, so am I going to play this? But I actually really like the idea of I'm going to cover up your dots and like almost like Othello style, trying to just get the most dots still visible. And we played it as a team, so there were 2 on each team, and some were green, some were blue, and you just shared out the cards or decide together.
Yeah, because the promo is only essentially a 2-player version, whereas the full
it's a great game. So we played that a few times.
Yeah.
You went off to the Bring and Buy. You see any good bargains? We didn't buy anything in the Bring and Buy.
There was about 20 copies of Boone Lake.
About 50 copies of Villainous.
Well, there was, at this point, Bring and Buy just should have a whole Villainous section. Ravensburger should just put in an official section into Bring and Buys. The thing is with Villainous, one is it's not even really a game, but it's one of those ones that gets you in because of the IP, and people play it and then realise that it's not quite as good as
I think it's one of those ones that you have when you're new to the hobby.
Yes.
And then you just sort of outgrow it because there's not really a great deal there to keep going back to. Which is why.
But Boone Lake was funny because obviously Boone Lake was accidentally priced up on Zartu at £12.
Was it?
Yeah. Hence why it was then sold by anyone who bought it from Zartu, brand new in shrink, for £20.
Oh, right.
So they made their money back.
Oh.
Very clever. Well done, everyone.
Fair enough.
Good work. Not that happened.
Yeah, so you did you see anything that you thought that nothing?
No, I don't
nothing
think.
spot.
It's always that one where you've got good bargains, then you've got average prices. Sometimes people put games in. So a second-hand copy of Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion I saw in there because I do really want to try that game.
Yeah.
But it was in there for £33 and I can buy it brand new for £35. So why would I buy a second-hand copy when I can get a new copy? And
I think they're hoping. I don't know if it's just me. When you go in and Bring and Buy, I always feel really like nervous. Like you make a choice, because there's so many people in there, and you're just sort of. It's like scanning a library, really, isn't it? Like, which one do I want? Do I want any of the? Like, and then you just walk around, and then if you haven't found anything, you have to go. I don't know. I always feel like really under pressure.
But I find it very much like it's either there's some really good bargains, or there's games that you're just kind of like, nah. Are they worth 20 quid to me? Not really.
Yeah.
I think people either overcharge to an extent, which is fine.
Do you think by the Saturday we've missed out on all the good games because they went on the Friday?
Yeah. But the thing is also part of the. See, I think everyone loves this about the Airecon Bring and Buy, and I think they love it about the UKG one. I don't like it.
What?
I don't like the fact that before the actual show, you can go through and look at every single game that's in the Bring and Buy.
How?
Because people input their games in the system.
Oh, right.
You log your games into the system and then you just drop them off to the Bring and Buy.
Oh, okay.
So what happens is you log them onto the system and then you can scroll through the system. So then you know what's in there. So you can run in there. I like the idea of being surprised.
I don't know,
but
there's lots of people who don't even use the Bring and Buy. So there were lots of people on the Airecon community groups and the Airecon trade and sell. You don't even use the Bring and Buy and just say, "Oh, I'm selling these games."
Yeah.
Anyone want to buy them Thursday through to Saturday or whatever, and then they just sell them themselves. So I feel like you're only putting it in the bring and buy if somebody hasn't already sort of said that they want to buy it. So then
That's true.
I don't know.
I also find there's some like big beefy games that are really interesting, and I would go for. But again, sometimes it's like, am I going to go in the bring and buy, and who's bringing £200 in cash into the bring and buy to buy?
So, like, say we took £50 in cash, like, but you've got to. I don't know. People must be doing it, but just everybody must be walking around with wads of cash just in case they fancy something from the bring and buy.
Yeah, like, so there's a couple of Galactic Cruises in there for £100, which is, don't get me wrong, that's probably near what that game's worth. Well, it's not, because it's cheaper than that. And they were like 80 quid, whatever. But there were a couple of those. There were a couple of just big Lacerda games, which were selling for £100.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. But yeah, you're right. Like, people are just carrying £100 in cash just to throw. Like, I don't know.
You walked around the bring and buy, and then I went later, but I didn't see anything either.
It wasn't. Nothing shouted at me. I think last year there was Expo.
But then,
we found, like,
to be fair, we've been
Scotland.
in the bring and buy and bought things in the bring and buy, and the things that we've bought in, I'm just going to keep saying bring and buy. That's just like,
I like it. It's nice. It's like Beetlejuice.
The things that we bought,
bring and buy will appear in the living room.
We still haven't played.
Have we?
Yeah. So Captain Sonar we bought in the bring and buy.
Yeah,
didn't we?
That's the only one we haven't played yet.
And
we bought Jamaica. We played
and
that.
Vienna Connection. We played it once and sold it.
Yes, because it's rubbish.
So then my question is, do we really need anything from the bring and buy? Because we haven't played the game that we got in the last bring and buy, and we saw the other one.
No, we've played out of 4 games we bought in a bring and buy. We played 3. We haven't played one. The one we haven't played is because we need the people.
The best one we got in the bring and buy was Dive.
Oh, God, okay. 5 games that we bought in the bring and buy.
What else have we bought?
We bought Scoventier. That's the best one we bought in the bring and buy.
No, Dive is better than
Scoventier is better. Scoventier's got some badger in it, so it immediately
make it better.
And it's illustrated by Vincent Dutrait.
Okay.
Hashtag Craig is
right.
right.
I still think Dive is better. What was the other one?
Yeah, Jamaica.
Okay, yeah, but we like that game.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Good.
But
they also tuned in for this debate of me and you arguing about Dive and Scoventier, nothing to do with Airecon.
Half of the games that we've bought in a bring and buy now haven't even been played, or
yes, 1 in 5.
So
that is
I
half.
think you have to.
She's a maths teacher.
I think you have to be wary in the bring and buy that one, you're not being like diddled because you could get it cheaper somewhere else, and 2, that you really want it and you're not just buying it because they are available to you.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a bit like Julian from Boxed Meeples also does a board game or a cup of coffee, like that amount of money he's going to spend in the bring and buy to find out if can get something for the price of a cup of coffee that is worthwhile and buy it. And hit this Airecon, he has found something. Spoiler alert for his video. Has found something for a coffee. Does he love it? Does he hate it? You'll have to tune into the episode of his show on the YouTube when it is out. Won't
anyway,
you? Yes,
so,
you will. Advertising.
Rather than rifling through the bring and buy, which is great, and I'm all for reusing or reselling games so that they get more love from somebody else and they're not just thrown out into the landfill. But if you do want more games,
yes,
and you've missed the boat at the bring and buy and you think I must have that game, then you can go to boardgamist.com. Board game nights are only as good as the games you bring to the table, and that's why I always start at boardgamist.com. It's a shop built by people who genuinely love the hobby, the kind of place where every title feels handpicked, not just stopped. Whether you're hunting for the newest hotness, a family favourite, or that one expansion nobody else seems to carry, they make it easy. Fast shipping, careful packaging, and a selection that actually respects your shelf space. If you want your next game night to hit that perfect stride, head to boardgamers.com and find something worth playing.
That's correct. If you go to boardgamers.com and use code GAMES, you will get 5% off of your purchase. Oh.
So also on that Saturday, we had a mooch round that sort of, what would they're not, board game store. Oh, what's the word?
Shops.
Yeah, they're shops, but they're
Retailers.
retailers. Yes.
Like Games Law and Games Crusade.
So we went to
and
Graham's Crusade.
Games Crusade.
I don't know. Games Crusade. Because we'd seen someone, I think it was on the Friday actually, showcase that they had alpaca. Now, alpaca, we had to, well, we didn't.
I
have
think
to
it was
send
actually John of Trywin Games had a photograph of his game on the shelf with
and it was
with
right
sign
next
in,
to alpaca.
sign in, so get your game signed by John, and we immediately went, oh yeah, John's game, alpacas though, alpacas.
So John had been kind enough to go to Essen and pick it up for us.
He didn't go to Essen for us. He was going to Essen. He was kind enough.
Yeah, he didn't. We didn't.
He was kind enough for us to send him to Essen.
Go to Essen for us and get this particular game. He was going to Essen, and we asked him if he could pick up this game because we played it with him and we really loved it. But you couldn't get it in England. But Games Crusade have picked up. I think she was saying that she's the first shop that's actually stocking
Gaton Games.
Yeah, their stuff. So she had a whole range of their games. Alpaca being one of them. We also picked up Moley, which is a cool game, which has these little
moles.
No, it does have cool artwork of moles, but it has sort of brown. What do you call it?
It's like holder.
There's a sticker that goes on the back to make it look like an underground burrow.
Yeah.
And basically it holds the cubes. So as you collect moles, you drop in cubes, and the end goal is to multiply your tallest colour by your shortest colour, and that gives you your score.
It's a bit like tic-tac-toe, isn't it, in a way, where you're...
Yeah. So, but that's, we played that quite a few times since we got it. It's quite enjoyable.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see those games and to pick up those games, because we know actually you can't get those really easily in this country. So that was good. Then on one of my little jaunts away from you while you were obviously watching the children, I happened to be walking past. Oh, I was with Alana actually. I happened to be walking past Hachette just at the right time when Flav was teaching Amy from It's Your Turn BG how to play a new hot game that they only just signed or they're about to sign, which was called Red Notice. I think it's called Red Notice, which is a hidden movement game where one person is a money counterfeiter or money launderer and is trying to go around the world banking money, and their aim is to get to £1 million. The other person is the FBI, and they are trying to stop the counterfeiter from getting away.
Catch Me If You Can, the board game.
Yes. The action selection is really interesting. So it's done on betting chips. So you have numbers, I think it was like 2 to 5, and a pow is better than all the other numbers. You lay them down, and whoever has the highest number gets to do both actions on that card, and the other person only gets to do the one that their chip is next to. So that was interesting. And the FBI agents can set traps, etc. And the counterfeiter only has 2 secret identities. Once the 2 secret identities have been used up, then the third time you catch them, that's it. And we did manage to catch Amy, but it was really interesting. It was good.
That was good.
It's one of those games that made me. I was still thinking about it that night because it was cool. So that, I don't, if they've only just signed it, it's probably maybe end of this year, next year. But it's a catch-up game. So, yeah. And then the kids wanted to check out the giant games, so we played some Corridor and some Quarto.
Yeah.
I really like Quarto. I think it's called Quarto.
I think so.
There are there are dark wood, there's light wood, there's holes in some of them. There's some of them are solid, some of them are tall, some of them are short pieces. And obviously in the giant game, they're really sort of big pieces. And it's essentially connects 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
But there's so many different ways to win. So the guy that was teaching us was saying you've got to notice when you've won.
Yeah.
Because it's not always straightforward. And the other thing about it is that the first person places a piece, and then the next person picks a piece that they want the other person to play.
Yeah, so the person who places a piece then tells the person what piece they have to play, and they have to play that.
So you don't want to tell the person to pick a piece that's going to actually lead them to win the game. So that is really thinky thing. So I think that might be the next one of those on the list.
Few games,
to get. And then as we were leaving to go have dinner on the Saturday night, we walked past the Airecon parlour games. I believe that they had a session in the Royal Hall where the parlour games were happening, and the girls had a little go at the parlour games. That was cool. You went to the raffle.
I did. I went to the raffle. We didn't win the raffle. That was a really fun experience. To go to the raffle, I stood next to Adam, the die rolling. They and Alana, our eldest daughter, and they were raising money for 2 charities. And they obviously have a moment, which was the greatest moment. My most fun experience was when the charities were describing the work that they do, and one of them was very much not pulling her punches when describing the horrors of sex work. And with my daughter, I was like, look, can you see the e-gun holding it? It was not fun, but it was fine.
I mean, the charity is fine.
The charity is wonderful, and it's doing a great thing.
That was probably a really horrible cough.
They could have not. They could have pulled their punches a little bit, maybe, knowing that it's a family.
I think they maybe should have realised their audience, and that it would have been enough to say, we support these women who are out on the streets. The adults would have been able to read between the lines.
Yeah, there were words that could have been used, and there were words that didn't need to be used. But that's not the point. They still raised £8,010.
And our friends at Todgcast won one of the raffle prizes.
Offline gaming,
which was really good.
Yeah, it was very cool.
So we did that, and then we were going to meet Shirts and Merch, Matt, to have dinner.
Yes.
And happened to find Mashy Meeples.
Yep.
Ruth. So we all went and had dinner together.
We all had, it was nice.
Which was really nice. So there was us, Neon Magpie, Tywin Games.
Yeah. One of the Chris's.
So part of the beauty of Airecon is that they have these food trucks. And I think the nice thing about this year was that they had the food trucks just outside of the convention centre by the Hilton, and the Hilton had opened up one of their banqueting rooms. So you could actually, I found it really nice because you could actually get away from the games and the noise and the humdrum and just go and eat somewhere a bit quieter. And actually one of the nicest things on the Saturday was just eating with all those people, just having a chat.
Yeah.
You know, it was brief. We were maybe there for 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Just chatting, and then everyone went their own ways. But it was just a really nice space to sort of get your food. Everyone was eating something different. All enjoy it together. No.
Yeah, absolutely.
We had tacos.
And poutine. Of course, we had poutine.
The tacos were really nice.
They were really nice.
You had them recommended to you by someone, hadn't you?
Yeah, and they were good.
They were like pulled chicken and pulled pork and spicy. Yeah, it was good. It was good. And then we parted ways because I took the kids back to the hotel because they were beside themselves, and you went and played games with Matt from Shirts and Matt, and I played Wandering Towers by myself in the hotel.
Yeah, we played some good games. We played some Ape Town. We played some Reversey. We played some Dice Miner, of course, because Dice Miner. We always play Dice Miner at Airecon. It's the best game ever. Everyone loves Dice Miner. Every time I play it with someone, I recommend it to everyone, and people are like, "What is that game?" And then when they play it, they realise just how good it actually is.
You played Waddle?
Played Waddle as well. Waddle is. I'm really liking Waddle. It's very clever.
So that seems like a seamless segue into a shirts and merch plug. So if you're into
shirts and you're into merch,
I'm so sorry. I did not want to cough very loudly, for it would have hurt the listeners' ears. If you're into quality t-shirts and merch that actually feels good to wear, you've got to check out Shirts and Merch Studio. This isn't mass-produced generic stuff. Shirts and Merch is all about clean designs, bold ideas, and pieces that feel like they were just for you. Whether you want something funny, something stylish, or something that shows off your personality without screaming it, they've got a design that hits the mark. Every item is printed with care. The shirts are soft and durable, and the shop has that handcrafted, small studio charm you just don't get from big brands. And honestly, it's the perfect place to grab a gift or treat yourself to something you'll actually want to wear more than once. So if you want to upgrade your wardrobe or support a creator-run shop making genuinely great stuff, head over to Shirts and Merch Studio on Etsy. The link is in the description. Take a look, pick your favorite design, and grab something that fits your style. I will just mention that while we are on air, I am drinking from my very luxurious Time Troopers mug. And you are drinking from the Get Into Games mug.
I do, yes, indeed. And also, we went to Airecon with wonderfully printed tote bags.
And this, I kid you not, like, bags for life are great. But most of them are like, and half of the time I leave them behind. This tote bag is huge. You can fit three or four big-sized games.
Yeah.
You've got lots of little games into it. There's a little pouch where you can put more valuable things, and there's also a popper where you can pop it together. There's two sets of handles that you could hold, and the handles that you can put over your shoulder. So it really is very versatile and perfect for board gamers. So, you can get any design you want on a tote bag. You could have a Get Into Games one if you wanted, but you could have, any of his designs on there.
Exactly.
So definitely worth checking out, I would say. So that was Saturday, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was good. There was some fireworks, I think, on the Saturday night. Yeah, they were coming.
I did that. It's all for me, for my fantastic wins in all of my games.
Oh, did you win against Matt? Did you win all the games?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You won all the games against Matt.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
It's because I'm the best at games.
Absolutely not. I don't think that's.
I think you'll find I won every game. Did I lose? I won Ape Town. I won both games.
Who won Reversey?
Me.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I did win Reversey. I won Reversey.
I can't believe.
I think he won one. Maybe he won one of the Dice Miners, and I won the other. I won Waddle by 1 point.
Really?
I won Tactor twice. We played 7 games. Yeah.
Wow.
Because I'm the best at games.
I'm going to have to check that story out with Matt.
I've completed games.
I'm not sure that is.
Basically, I've completed board games. I'm just so good at them.
Fair enough.
I'm so good at games. So good at everything.
So, Sunday.
Talent.
Same again, breakfast.
Yep.
Took the Geica games to breakfast. They always keep the kids.
They do.
Amused. That was good. We've got, I'm going to do some videos because we've got 2 more Geica games. Reversey is really good. So Reversey is essentially what Craig was talking about on his MOT.
Way back when,
about Othello becoming like a modern version of it. It's really cool. And then we got like Super Blocks, which is kind of like a puzzle.
A pattern building one, yeah.
It's cool. And then we queued up again in this massive queue.
Huge. Couldn't get in.
We were
I was panicked.
We were
I thought we were
The
going to lose the
second
car in the
people-
car park.
Second people in the queue.
We were, yeah.
And Craig decided that he would just harass people as they arrived.
Yeah, chase people and see who
So
they
Craig
were
was
wearing.
running up and down the queue of 10 people. It did get busy.
I think when I
It did
ran
get
down
busier.
the queue, it was longer than that. I
Yeah.
was running and I realised it wasn't ending.
Craig
and
was doing
I was panting. I was
red
panting.
carpet. What are you wearing?
Yeah. Who are you wearing to people?
Which people were not expecting, so they just had like these shocked face, like what? What's happening?
It was good.
As Craig just ran up to them like some kind of crazed weirdo.
We were living the dream. We were living the dream.
So we got into Airecon day. What would have been for everybody else day 3 or 4?
4. Yeah.
But was day 2 for us. And you went off to do
harass Asmodee.
Press stuff.
Oh yeah,
again.
press stuff, not harass people. That's a different thing.
And I played some Coil Spring games.
Yeah.
So we played Lying, Cheating, Raccoon, which
Nice.
was actually really fun. So everybody has a trash can and a dice, and you shake the dice and you turn the trash can upside down on the dice, a bit like Cheese Thief, and you can look at it, and then somebody calls out, has anybody got take? So everybody has 4 bits of rubbish, and the idea is to end up with all the rubbish. So you can take from the left, take from the right, take from anybody, and there's a raccoon who stops somebody else from taking something from you. But you don't have to tell the truth as to which one you have, and then you can challenge each other. And if you challenge and the person was lying, then you get 2 bits of their rubbish. And if you challenge them and they were telling the truth, then you get 2 bits of their rubbish. And it's just trying to get. But you know, it was good fun. The children enjoyed it. And then we played a game called Me Want Pancakes, which sounds really silly, but it was actually really fun. Essentially, cards with lots of food on. When it's your turn, you put the card down and you say one of the foods that's on it. So, me want pizza. And if anybody else has pizza in their hand on any of their cards, they have to put it down. If there are 4, then, of the type that you asked for, so say 4 pizza or 4 cheese, you can take that. And you're trying to get, I think it was like 10 of one colour.
Mm.
But the kids loved it. It was really good. Then you went and I think played with the kids while I went and played Time. Oh no, I didn't talk about Time Troopers.
Well, we can talk about that in a second.
Oh. So on the first day, on Saturday, I played Time Troopers and it was great. And we played the level that I had failed at Boldly Game. And I played with Becky, and Becky was amazing, and I had loads of time, and Becky is really expensive, as you well know, Craig.
Yeah, that's true.
And so she cost 5 times, so I bought her, and everything was great, and I won the level. We found Eric Bloodaxe's boat, I think it was, and smashed it. And Mark said to me, great, come back tomorrow and we'll do the next level.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, well, what can go wrong? Becky's great. Paid all the cards, paid all the time. Got Becky out. She's won us the game. Brilliant. Tomorrow will be more of the same. So Sunday, sit down. He set it up for me because we already discussed that we're going to play this. It's all set up. Becky's in the deck. Great. Okay, let's start. Kid you not? No less than 2 minutes later, the whole game is over. We're all dead. 3 troopers are dead. Like, it's over. Becky died straight away. It was definitely not the good idea to get Becky out. It was Mother's Day. The whole thing was ruined. I said to Mark, right, get the boat to turn around. We're not having it anymore. Send it back to whence it came. No, but it is like, I like the fact that the game does that.
That it's hard, yeah.
That sometimes you can win it and sometimes you can lose it. But then when you lose it, you want to go back.
Yeah.
I want to play it now because I want to. And then I spoke to Lee later on in the day and he said, yeah, Mark knew you played the wrong strategy, but he wasn't going to tell you. I was like, damn. But that's good about a game, right?
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
You want it to keep you wanting more. It would, if it was too easy, it'd be like, oh well, what am I doing?
So at Molinarius, we saw Evan's new game, Bees in the Rain.
No, you can't rename people's games.
What?
It's not called Bees in the Rain,
Yeah,
is it?
okay. Bees in the Rain. So we which is a really nice, like,
Stormy Bees.
Stormy Bees. Yeah, that's it. It's Bees in the Rain or Stormy Bees. So we played a bit of Stormy Bees, which was it's quite a nice, like, push your luck. We spoke about this before.
Called that. It's called Before the Rain.
Yeah, Bees in the Rain. You're basically playing cards down, and then if it does rain, your bees are fudged. So the bees, you lose everything, but you can push your luck. Yeah, yum 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 yum, delicious by honeybees.
That's a really strange game, isn't it?
But yeah, it's really fun.
The rain comes along, and your bees turn to fudge.
That is coming to the Kicking Starter, I think. Kickstarter, not GameFound. It's doing one of those things.
I don't know.
Kickstarter soon. Good.
Kickstarter or GameFound?
Yeah, we mentioned it before, didn't we?
One of those.
Kickfound or GameStarter.
So yeah, then we played, which I had never played before, and now I'm a little bit obsessed by it. Crokinole.
Yeah.
I've seen people play it before, and my dad has got a Carom board, and I thought, oh, it's just like that. And Carom's all right, but I'm like,
Carom is very pool.
Yeah. But this, I don't know what made it. I don't know if because you have to. The instructions say you have to sit in your seat, and that's the space. You can't get up. You can't move around the board.
Yeah.
You have to do it from there, which is really interesting in itself. And then you always have to hit somebody else's piece. So I thought. So a lot of the times we were missing, and then our pieces come off, and I'm like, all right. And then you really get quite tactical about, like, knocking people's pieces off, and you score depending on where it ends up. The bit in the middle is indented, so if you get in there, you can't be knocked off. But there's only really one space for.
There's only one time you're going to get 20 points.
Yeah, well, one person is going to get 20 points, and that's it.
Yeah,
and you're just trying to knock each other's out so you can. Yeah, it was great.
It's a really good game. It's a growing sport as well, isn't it? So lots of people are getting into that.
And then Hereford. So this was all at the Hereford. Is it the Hereford Games stand? They also had some other, like a bit like Imagination Gaming have, a whole selection of games that you can play. They also had some, which I've not ever noticed before that they've had these sort of games. And they had Hot Streak, and I just thought, I've seen it. I think we should play it with the kids and just see what it was like. Yeah. So we played Hot Streak, and it was
so good.
It was so good. Like, literally racing down the...
It's got like that programming almost that Co Express has, but with just silly racing.
So you know in advance what cards are going to come out. So part of the setup is like, these are the cards that are available in this game. So you can see kind of how the characters are going to travel. But then in each round, so there's 3 rounds in a game, isn't there?
Yeah.
Each player is going to add a card into the mix. So you don't quite know what's going to happen. Yeah. And you don't know the order in which it's going to happen. And if, you know, a character swerves into a lane that then affects another character, you know, chaos ensues. And in our game, the fish, or the fish, he was the only character that had turnaround. So it was just the characters would go, and you think, oh yes, this is just a normal race up to the end, and then suddenly the fish is turning around and it's going back towards the start,
and it's running in people's lanes in front of people,
and then the bear is swerving in front of the queen. And then before you know it, they've all knocked over. And there's so you're betting on who's going to win the race. There's a safe and a risky side. for your bets. If you go on the risky side, there it's better rewards, but you can lose more money if you get it wrong. Then there's also these question cards that come up that you can bid yes or no. So are two characters going to get knocked out in this game? And you can bet yes or no. So that's really interesting. And you collect money, and then whoever has the most money at the end of the game wins. But when I've seen it online, I just thought, this just looks like a race game. I mean, I don't know why everybody's so intrigued and enamored by it. And then when we played it, I was like, oh, I get it now, because it's so hilariously funny.
Yeah.
And just the fact that these characters are doing all sorts of...
Yeah. I also want to try Magical Athlete. It's much of the same, like just chaos and racing. But I think Magical Athlete's probably a bit old. This one's Hot Streak's better for like families and kids and stuff, I think, than the other one, because they're the one rolling dice and a few more like tech words and stuff. Yeah, it's a great game. Really enjoyed it. It's wonderful.
Then I went for a walk and played flippers with Mike. Is it Mike?
Yep.
And I think I won against him, so that was good. So I was like, played with the designer, won, tick, tick, tick. It was better than the Time Troopers experience that day. And then the really nice thing, and I suppose everybody else was doing this on Saturday, but we just sort of missed the boat, was that Sunday was the day we could actually play games with... You went and did, before we go on to that, you went and did paint and tape.
Oh yeah, I did paint and tape with the Duncan Roberts 2 thin coats. That was fun. That was nice. You did the painting at the Space Centre, didn't you?
Yeah, and they did it in 15 minutes. And then I was sat on this table, luckily I had a coffee, thinking, what are they doing? What are they doing? And you'd managed to keep them occupied for like 45 minutes to an hour. And I was like, when it was my turn at the Space Centre, they only wanted to do it for 15 minutes. Done. And they'd really taken their time this time. They must be getting a better each time.
Yeah.
But that's always good. They always love that.
Yeah,
it's such a great experience for the kids.
I like the fact that over the years we've now got these models that they painted, because it's the same model. It's the little mascot of the company, or knight with a paintbrush. But over the years, they do it every year, and whenever they can, you can see the improvements that they're making as it goes on, which is quite nice to see.
But yeah, so on the Sunday in the afternoon, we were able to play some games with some of our friends.
Yeah,
because tends to be at UKG we do more gaming, because we tend to have a couple of days without the kids.
Yeah.
But at Airecon, it's very much like family orientated. We do stuff as family. We play games with the family, so we don't really get to play that many games with.
No, it's also quite difficult. Sometimes it's getting like people are in the middle of a flow or in the middle of a game, and it's like kind of like, where do you squeeze in to get into the game? Whereas it can be a bit more of a struggle, and that's why they have the lightsaber system and whatever. But if you want to play with people you got to hope that they're not all playing a game at that time.
So we managed to play a game of Ape Town with Julian from Fox Meeples, which is always great.
Good. Ape Town's great.
But I think it's just nice to be able to meet up with people who we wouldn't necessarily see.
Yeah.
Normally, like we'll see them at Airecon and UKG probably.
Yeah.
But it's nice to it's happened like twice now at Airecon, just that we organise let's play a game together.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be a very long game, could be a short game.
Yeah. Let's
just play a game and spend 30 minutes, 45 minutes together.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is really nice. And then we played, we'd been saying all weekend we must play a game with Jake 014 from Instagram and Kaz, and we managed to get in a game with Molly just before we left to go home, didn't we?
Yes.
So that was good. And they're some of my favourite times, actually, just, playing with people that we wouldn't usually play games with.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think because before we went to Airecon, you weren't sure about whether you wanted to go or not.
Yeah.
And I think Airecon, and I think it does. I think there is this sort of slump in the year just after Christmas. Christmas very exciting, get new games. Then sort of February to March is kind of like, what am I doing here? Why am I doing this content creation stuff? Like,
Yeah.
where's my place? And then you go to Airecon and you're reminded how great conventions are, and you see some of your friends. And luckily, we had some really nice experiences with our friends where they were very complimentary about what you do, and I think have given you a little bit of your passion back.
Yeah.
For what you were doing, which was really nice to see. You get excited about it again and want to do your stuff.
Yeah.
You're not going to say very much.
I always say much.
I think it's nice to sometimes hear your friends. Like Mashy Meeples had said something about like Airecon feels like home because you're just with people who want to be there, want to play games.
Yeah.
It's just a nice experience, and I think sometimes, when we're just at home playing games, you're like, yeah, I love games, but there's something really special about a convention and being with people and meeting up with people that you don't always see all the time.
And the buzz of people enjoying themselves and having a good time.
Yeah, and
that's always the most important thing.
Yeah, and I think it just reminds you about that. And you're like, I know I was like, right, I'm going to get home and then I want to do some more content now.
Yeah.
Because I'm excited about it.
Yeah. And that was pretty much it, wasn't it? And then we went to the car park. We got back in the car.
And we drove to McDonald's.
We drove to McDonald's with a view.
Craig was very pleased that we stopped at the McDonald's.
Although what I will say is that I'm pretty sure that you can only get monikers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there is any other Funko. And now it's trading cards, so that's boring.
But you on the way to Harrogate, Craig always passes. Well, I mean, everybody passes.
Travel from where we are to. Everyone passes. They do.
Passes the weirdest sort of.
It's not weird.
It's like
it's a little bit.
There's a petrol station, and right next to the petrol station is an adult superstore.
Superstore, like it's big. It's probably not the only thing that's big in there.
Where you can go get cocktails.
Yeah, you can.
And adult stuff.
Yeah. And it's
maybe this is where the lady from the raffle went.
Maybe that's the petrol. It's like weird that so there's loads of service stations, and then this service station happens to have the adult superstore. Must be the biggest in the land. Like what kind of service do you need?
Anyway,
can you fill up my tank? Oh,
it's always a talking point as we drive past, although it used to be that there were lots of roadworks there.
Yeah.
So you used to have to stop outside, and Craig would always be, I think, waiting for the kids to go, "What's that?"
No.
And try not to mention it. So, however,
Sainsbury's.
We decided that we'd stop at the McDonald's, and the McDonald's happened to be right across the way from the
adult superstore.
Adult superstore.
So it's a really nice, unique place. One day, there'll be a sponsor on the podcast.
Oh no,
we could have a guest.
Oh no, I think not. So that was
the one ring to rule them all.
And then I think we were all quite shattered on the Monday.
We were shattered on the Monday, but it was worth it. It was fun. We got some games. We've got some new things and content to make. That's always nice. 72 days till UKGE.
And I finished my rocker Christmas decoration, so that's ready for December.
That's good. Yeah, 72 days to UKGE.
Whoop, whoop.
As of recording, that is.
That's great.
That's good, isn't it?
Exciting times.
Things to do. And I think there'll be a galactic gathering in between that.
Ooh.
And maybe even one of those things.
HandyCon.
Might even be a Comic-Con.
There's a Zartu-Con, I think.
There's a Comic-Con. There's Leeds game. Well, that's in June, July.
Yeah, no, Leeds is afterwards, I think.
Yeah.
I think HandyCon and Zartu-Con.
Anyway,
So yeah,
that was it.
that was
That was
Airecon
Airecon 2026.
26. And we booked for 2027. So
Yep. So we'll be
very
there.
good.
Book your hotels now, and then you can come see us doing a part.
But not the Hilton because there were no spaces.
I think we
last
should
time
do a
people looked.
show next year. I'm going to do a show
A
there.
show?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm going to stand on the table, just dance.
Okay.
No, I don't
What's
have.
the show going to be?
I don't have it in me to do a show.
You do.
I do, but I wouldn't.
Hashtag Craig should do a show.
Craig should do a
As
show.
well as Craig should have Becky's a card on the shelf.
As well as something else. Anyway, thank you for listening to this episode of the Get Into Games on Air podcast. Remember to pop to Board Gamist using code Get Into Games to get 5% off your purchases. Head to Mystery Dice Goblin / Get Into Games to get some nice math rocks for your collection. And remember to head to Shirts and Merch to get yourself some shirts and some merch. What did you say?
Tote bags.
Pokemon.
Tote bags.
Pokemon. Star Wars Unlimited, A Lawless Time.
Okay.
just saying words at this point.
Fair enough.
Thanks for listening. And remember to
get into
air conditioning units. Keep those rooms nice and cool. Get into games.
Get into games.
Remember to. Goodbye. Bye.